What's up, everybody? Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast. I am your host, the most professional wrestler, TNA star, proud member of the system, Brian Myers.
And I am your host, fresh from Qatar. I am the brand new, that's right, baby, QPW Middle East champion. I've been the Intercontinental champion. I've been the GCW world champion. I've been the NWO World Heavyweight champion. But I don't know if there's ever been a title as prestigious as this one, the QPW Middle East Championship.
I said in our group chat, I said, how's the trip going? And he sent back a picture of him holding the belt. And I'm like, well, you're happy. It could be the worst trip ever, but you won a belt. Doesn't matter. He's happy.
It was the greatest tour I've ever been on, I think.
Really?
We'll talk about it later. Go ahead. Mark?
Oh, I'm up. Okay, sorry.
I'm Matt Cardona if I didn't say that. Okay.
Yeah, I'm confused. I'm also your producer of the show, Smart Mark Sterling Esquire, the most famous professional wrestling lawyer. In this show, of course, is brought to you by our good friends Ringside Collectibles.
Woo!
Use code MAJOR to save 10%. I got that too.
He's in the house. We got a lot to discuss about this set later in the show.
Yes, guys. Follow us on X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at Major WFPod. Subscribe to this podcast wherever you find your podcast. If you're on YouTube right now, hit the subscribe button and leave us a review. Not just any review, a major review. If we read your review on air, you will get a prize.
All right, here's the deal. Okay, I looked at this review. Brian, you got to do it, okay?
Oh, no.
You have to do it.
I won't do it out of principle.
Here we go. Andy Bluffface Broski says, cheers to another great show. Hashtag major review. However, here's the review. I believe the major podcast, Clap Clap, sung to the theme of Joe Hendry. Brian, can you do it?
Can't escape this guy. Say their name and they appear. I believe in major podcast. I believe in major podcasts, whether it's selling bendies or ring gear or big rubber guys. Brian Myers, that's spelt wrong. Selfie and Broski and Mark Sturley. I believe in major podcasts. I believe in major podcasts. I was going to say this during our, our catch up, but crazy busy this week at TNA in Orlando. My whole family was there. I'm running around backstage doing something, I don't know, but I look up and it was at Full Sail. So Broski's been at Full Sail, that giant room. So it was on the giant screen.
Okay.
Everyone's watching the show.
Yes.
And I just see both my kids in the crowd going like this.
Oh, no.
During Joe Henry's entrance, doing the wave. And I was just like,
oh, no.
I had a, are you fucking kidding me moment.
How disheveled did Joe Hendry look backstage? Because recently, wherever you see him, he just looks like he's
a disheveled
tired.
man, yes.
Like, he's posting pictures of autograph signs. Look like he hasn't slept in days. Hasn't done his hair. I'm worried about the guy.
He's doing okay. He's hanging in there.
All right, good. Joe, if you listen, I'm worried about you, pal. The giveaway, courtesy of Ringside Collectibles. Last week, the prize was Solo and Roman Reigns from the Ringside exclusive Retro 4-pack, but this was a 2-pack. The winner of that is
James Legend. He says, I sometimes stream on Twitch poorly.
Us too, James. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, sometimes we do too. Just find the pin post. Find the pin post on X, repost it to be eligible. This week, the prize is Jay Uso and Jimmy Uso from the Bloodline Retro 2-pack Ringside exclusive. So, pretty damn cool, man. MajorMarks.com, Patreon.com/MajorWithPod, the family, the community, the subscription service. Sign up today. Every week, we give away a prize to a new and old subscriber. Who do we got?
First time in the line, Robert Tiger.
Nice.
I didn't even realize that when I copy-pasted. Robert Tiger is his name. Classic superstar Aaron A. Bartlett.
Nice. Guys, get this podcast early and ad-free. Access to the Facebook group. There's 2 bonus podcasts. Actually, now 5 with the Ask Major Anythings. Depends what tier you sign up for.
People are loving those.
Check those out. The Ask Major Anything are on the Hard Foundation. No, the Elite and up. The $9.99 and up.
Hard Foundation and up.
No, I think you're wrong, Mark.
Well, I only put it up for Hard Foundation.
You're the one who politicked to get him into the $9.99.
But then I looked at the graphic, and they were only on the graphic. I thought that they were $9.99 and up as well. But then I looked at the graphic, and it was on the graphic at heart.
I think you're incorrect, bud.
All right.
So
Mark looks nervous, guys.
No, I mean, it is what it is. I can just click it on, and they'll have it if we decide. We'll talk about it off air.
all right.
Right now, it's only on for right now, this moment, as we record, it's only up there for hard and up.
I thought your big pitch was you wanted people to go from $4.99 to $9.99.
All right.
I do recall that.
I do remember
I want to do a higher tier, folks, and Mark said, no!
$49.99 tier.
A $300 tier.
No, I want to do Club 85. I think there's some meat on the bone there. Anyway, so those, we don't know where those Ask Major anythings are. We got to figure that out.
Well, right now they're hard foundation up, but they might be elite if that's what we decide.
Well, wherever we put it out publicly is where they're going to have to go from now.
Right.
Because we put the graphic out.
Right.
What a disaster. Anyway, there's two other ones.
Bad.
Kind of is. There's two other ones. One that we recorded tonight. It was supposed to be the history of the Major Pod T-shirts, but we only got through half the shirts. That's how long it took.
And it
so
was
we're going to
almost
do
an hour and a
part
half bonus pod, guys.
Yeah, so we're going to get to part 2 next month. We also did St. Valentine's Day Massacre. But guys, that was for the month of February. Now, by the time this podcast comes out, it will be February 28th, but next month, March. So we're going to do the second part of the T-shirt thing. And then for the hard foundation and up, it's a build a bonus. We're going to work on 4 choices. And then you pick what bonus you want. So we're going to put that in the Facebook group in the next.
I want over the top major movie review to be one of the choices.
That could be one of the choices. So we'll put 4 up there. And it's a build bonus. Create a bonus. Whatever you want to call it. So there's also the other bonuses, Let and Breathe with myself, Silver Linings with Smart Mark, the Figure Dissecting with D Freedom, Captain's Log with Joe Shoes. Alley Catch was on there. Brian, you said that they were hitting it off?
I felt like I was like snooping in on their first date listening to that thing today.
Oh, baby.
It actually had a lot of views, I noticed.
Great chemistry. Very interesting conversation all over the place.
I think Allie is a very well-liked person in our community.
She is.
Right.
And, oh, baby, he's happy hour. What do you guys talk about this month?
Recording Wednesday, and we are officially watching The Marine and doing a movie review. Marine 5.
You're sitting and watching the whole thing?
I literally...
I think he's in like the first scene and dies, so like...
we'll see. I bought it today. So
wow.
I have it on my Amazon.
You need to confront him because like I believe he had just filmed that when I returned to WWE in like 2016.
Yeah.
I remember I hadn't seen him in a while, and he was like, "Man, I'm a star of this movie. It's coming out, blah, 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 all stuff." And then like Bo Dallas was like, he has like one line and dies in the first scene or something like that. He's like, he's not the star. I've never seen it to prove that wrong or right.
You've never watched it.
Find out Wednesday.
Check that out, guys. Also, Ultimate members, you get to be live with us. If you're watching, I see Rockin' with Dan. I see Chris Grocock, Chris DiGiovanni.
Guys, on my entrance at Full Sail, I screamed "Cockin' with Dan" at the top of my lungs.
I love that.
That's probably going to air eventually on TNA television.
Cool. And guys, the ultimate gifts. Now, the past 2 months, or what's the word I'm looking for, Mark? The past 2 quarters, they're being shipped out. We were a little late.
So I almost gave it away what it is.
Come on, bro.
2 quarters ago, it went out with the card last week, so that's coming. And then the other one I'm staring at right there, I had to order packaging for it today. That'll come in this week, so it should be out by the end of the week.
All right. So
the next gift will be for people who belong to the ultimate tier.
February,
March, and April.
And you'll be getting that February card pretty damn soon. People got the Januaries, which it is Moose and the checklist. People have been getting those.
To finish up the set.
I sent you guys a video of the card, the series, or card 1 of this series, and it's beautiful.
Oh, man. Cannot wait. All right, guys, some follow-up. So last week I was in Qatar, QPW. I'm not going to, just waste all your time. So you can ask me questions about it. My Ask Major Anything, cheap plug for that. But man, what a trip. It was, I've been there before. The craziest part about it is I knew I'd been there before, but after the match on the bus ride home, I'm checking my Facebook memories, and what pops up is my little lanyard from Qatar from exactly, 13 years ago.
That's crazy.
Wild. I was there to the day. But it was so much fun. The way they treated us beyond superstars. It was wild. There's a Toys R Us vlog coming soon. It was myself, Nemeth, Jinder, Rusev, Enzo, who I've kind of always been on the fence about Enzo. He won me over.
Really?
Beyond won me over.
Oh, man.
I couldn't wait to spend more time with him. It was an amazing time.
What's the catch here?
No catch.
There's some kind of catch.
No catch. Ali from QPW took great care of us. Me and Ziggs, we went to Nobu. Bro, some of this, I'm not someone who takes pictures. I don't care. I don't take pictures of buildings or architecture. But the city in Qatar, it was out of a video game. It looked CGI. It was fake. Well, but it wasn't fake. It was real. The show was awesome. 2-day show like it was WrestleMania. I was only on the second show. And I beat Nick Nemeth fair and square. Maybe there was a low blow.
He's holding his cock right there.
Maybe there was a low blow. And I became the Middle East champion. So that means I got to go back to Qatar, which I would live in Qatar. I'm not even messing around. I would live in Qatar. It was amazing. So great time. Who else was there? Ali was there. Mustafa Ali was there. So many people. Great time. QPW, highly recommend. Mick Foley was there. We were talking figures.
Star-studded.
Star-studded. Alberto Del Rio. It was star-studded for sure. I'm forgetting people for sure. But it was a great, great time. And you never know with these places, especially a company you've never worked before, foreign country. But top notch. I've never had this before. I got off the airplane and there was someone right there with my name. I'm not even saying I'm saying off the plane.
Right. Wow.
I've never dealt with that before.
How's that possible?
Didn't wait. It was a VIP service. Didn't wait on customs, normal customs. Didn't have to wait for my bag. They got it for me.
That's pretty cool.
It was unbelievable.
Wow.
What was your flight path?
Oh, bro, well I flew from Orlando to Montreal, and then Montreal to Doha, Qatar.
Wow, that's not too
then,
bad.
That's not too bad.
No, and the reverse, Qatar to Montreal, Montreal to Orlando. But unbelievable trip, unbelievable experience. The fans were great. Everything was great. I just can't wait to go back. So
sick. I was a very, very busy man. Full Sail University, which I had previously wrestled at. This time with TNA Wrestling, we were live on Thursday night. The surprise debuts of the Colognes, Eddie in Orlando, which I had to say in a promo, which was very difficult for me. I literally was trying not to say Primo and Epico so bad. It was very difficult. I probably went to Airs. You see, I take a little beat. And then obviously the debut of Elias, who is now Elijah. And I'd say the biggest and most earth-shattering would be the NXT World Champion, Oba Femi.
I saw that.
Crossing the line. He attacked the system and Moose.
Damn.
And this week on TNA television, you'll see a big old 6-man tag. The system takes on Oba Femi and the Hardys. So,
oh wow,
yeah.
Have you seen Ethan Page yet in your
I have
crossover
not.
here?
He hasn't. He's too scared to cross the line. I haven't seen him yet.
Got it.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I didn't do anything this weekend, but a match that I had a couple weeks ago aired. I don't know if you saw. The people are clamoring for Smart Mark Sterling.
I mean, you sent it to me in a million group chats. I saw you post on every form of social media.
I was it Ari said in our group chat, you have one match and you become Lil Broski. That's it.
Lil Broski. Not a compliment.
Posting. I gotta get mileage out of this. Am I right,
agree,
Broski?
Mark.
Social media is free, bro.
Every picture is going up in memes. I'm
Crumbs
taking
make crumb
clips from the
cakes.
video. I'm gonna make it seem like I had 50 matches.
As you should, Mark. Because
Don't prove them wrong. Prove yourself right.
That's
Mark.
right. That's right, Mark.
Okay.
If you don't make it seem like a big deal, it's not a big deal.
Right?
And look, and Brian's laughing, but I say these things so often that even he knows them.
Oh, they're unavoidable. Yeah.
Exactly.
You're unavoidable.
That's what I'm going for. Wait till you see what I do with this QPW title, bro. I'm going to bring it everywhere. I'm bringing it everywhere.
Great trip.
I
what about
that I sent it in the group?
Great trip.
Guys, if I didn't win a belt, it still would have been a great trip. But it did make the trip a lot. Guys, you know what would have made the trip real bad? I almost had to work twice.
Oh, no.
First day, I'm there. It's me and Enzo. We go out with the promoter, Ali, and he brings us to his ramen restaurant. He goes, Matt, come here. He brings me outside. I'm like, oh, no. He tells me, like, Lloyd Anawai is supposed to wrestle Mustafa Ali. Lloyd can't make it, so he wants me to wrestle Mustafa Ali. I'm like, I'm wrestling Nemeth. I'm like, 2 matches one day? I'm like, well, I'm going to need more money. So we agree on a price. I mean, and then as soon as I sit down,
money to do that. You can't just...
As soon as I sit down, I realize, what am I doing? I don't want to wrestle. I don't care how much more money you're going to give me. I don't want to wrestle twice in one night. What am I doing? But luckily, we convinced Enzo really wanted to work twice.
This is why Enzo won him over.
No,
we got him out of working.
The truth is out.
Oh man, that didn't take long.
No, that's just coincidence.
Right.
If you're listening to this, you're missing Brian's face.
It's just
Holy
coincidence.
shit.
Let's just say he does not believe.
Let's do the promoter math on that. Do I double Matt Cardona's thousands and thousands of dollars, or give Enzo another $200 to do this?
$200 to go to Qatar. No. I do not think that he was.
No, guys.
Real tough decision,
First
folks.
of all, this trip was so great. The breakfast was unbelievable. Omelet Station, which you know I love. Best. What?
Just the things that
Well, you know I love
Omelet Station, and I want a belt. Best trip of all time, guys.
No, the gym. And there's a Toys R Us. The gym was like an LA Fitness in the hotel. And we had Nobu, which was fantastic.
Okay.
I did happen to win a belt. Took a picture with
for
Jushin
you.
Thunder Liger. Great trip.
By the way, yeah,
Right.
forget the fact that like recently Broski walked through like, you know, a portion of Germany that was super old and full of history.
Yeah, I don't give a shit about that.
And but there's an omelet bar in Qatar.
Oh my god,
Bro, make your own omelets. And sometimes they get really fucking pissed off when you say, like, I want 6 eggs, and they're like, ugh. But I saw, and it was real cracked eggs too, not the pre-mixed bullshit.
man, great trip. Great trip.
I mean, top.
I took my whole
3.
family to First Watch for breakfast.
How was it?
I love First Watch. It's
Oh, it's the best.
the best.
Did they like it?
What's that?
Did they like it?
My wife and kids already know that like that's my spot when we're on the road,
Yeah.
and then my parents actually had it first time and they liked it. So
That's great.
cool.
Great spot. No seed oils there either.
it's good to know.
Yeah.
Last thing I'll say, I went out to eat with my pals on Friday, and on my way home, I was texting my wife, I'm on my way. I accidentally texted Brian.
Wait a
I'm-
second.
That I'm
pals.
They were all very confused.
You don't have. Who do you know that you can go out to eat with in
Teddy
your hometown?
Goods.
I went with my friend Randall, who I used to live with, and I went with my brother Tim Rattel.
Holy smokes!
We went
You
out to a
feeling okay?
barbecue
This- I
spot.
never heard of you.
I've never heard of
socializing
Randall. I
with
got to see a
civilians
picture
like
of this
this.
guy.
Why can't I? What? I just don't tell you. I didn't accidentally message you that I was on my way home.
You did. I'm glad you got home safe.
All right. Last week we talked about the Scott Steiner WCW cards,
Right.
but Scott Steiner, or whoever runs Scott Steiner's Twitter, says reprints. Hell no. Those WCW cards are as real as all the hoochies that lined up for me back in the day.
All right. Well, I was alluding to. I thought they were ones that he just didn't submit back to Tops.
No,
which-
I watched the clip back. We never accuse him. We say maybe there is, but at the end of the day, we say we believe he found.
Yeah, because it'd just be too random of a merch thing for them to do, or too creative, I should say. That's not
Yes.
a knock, just an opinion.
Right.
But I will give the flowers to whoever runs this account because it rules.
Does a great job.
Yeah, it is great.
Yeah.
Heritage Auctions, they had a lot of Macho King outfits, specifically this one I'm talking about, the Macho King 1990 outfit. I was about to bid on this, but this is too rich for my blood. Ended at $26,840. But that's not even the highest some of the gear went. It was like Slim
I saw one
Jim
for 45.
gear.
The
yeah,
Slim
maybe that
Jim
was the
one.
Slim Jim gear. So
against Dusty Rhodes, man, that rules.
I will say, I saw some of these.
Isn't that what the big rubber guy outfit is?
no. Oh yeah. Oh damn! I didn't even realize that. Shh.
Bro.
Wow.
A couple of them went for like 7,000. And I look, I'm not spending 7,000 for somebody's gear, but that's not that bad. For Macho Man?
Damn, maybe I should have bid. I didn't realize it was the...
Rockman Dan's making a great point here, Broski. If you manned up and just had that second match, you could have paid for this.
Well, I wasn't going to get double pay, guys. I wasn't going to double pay.
You were just
would've
getting
got
some more.
Significant money to do.
No, it would have been
wrestle
more
for
money,
free.
but it would... No. We agreed on a price. Trust me, it was not double pay. If it was double pay, I would have done it. If it's double pay, I would have done it. But this gear, I almost bid on it because that's kind of what the first Deathmatch King gear, I modeled it after this.
Right.
I didn't even realize the big rubber guy was after this. Like, damn, then I probably would have done it. Actually, I'm glad I
knew
didn't
right
know that.
away.
I'm glad I didn't do that.
That's crazy, man. Super cool. Imagine that, like on a mannequin in your basement.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's also like I watch in my leisure. I watch that WWE show. The name is escaping me. Hidden Treasures or whatever.
Yeah.
And like, I'm not a gear collector, but man, these gear guys, once they get stuff, they don't let go, brother. Like,
Yeah.
it's this like whole underworld of like maybe trading, but not. I mean, they don't, unless something horrific happens in their life and they have to, get the money. But
Yeah. That's very, very cool. All right. June 2020 eBay listing for polyurethane resin cast of. All right, Dad. You write your notes like a robot. I have no idea what. Can you explain, D, like a human, what's going on here?
it's just a prototype. We were seeing it's a prototype.
Okay. So this was on eBay for a while. Okay, the Naked Liz. We talked about Naked Liz last week. This one was on eBay for a while. This went up after I sold my Naked Liz. But I guess this particular Naked Liz is now on Heritage Auctions. Is that it, D?
There
Am
it
I
is.
right?
Wow.
Okay.
Oh, and oh boy, currently at $500.
Which is nothing.
Right.
I'd
I
like
mean,
to see
obviously,
what
it won't
that goes
end
for.
at that, but
No. And this
it's
one
just
is
such a weird item,
a
man.
very weird item. And I'm confused. I thought Heritage wouldn't list prototypes unless they were graded. Or maybe that's golden. Maybe that's my... Because I tried to sell things with golden, and they said they wouldn't do it unless it was graded. Maybe
It's
Heritage
a weird
doesn't
rule
care.
to me, but whatever.
Okay, so...
Hey, real quick, by the way, update. We did advertise it at $9.99. So I just made the Ask Us Anything episodes that are on the Patreon right now at $9.99. So no harm, no foul.
Oh, so we're good.
We're good.
All right, we're good.
Okay.
$9.99 and
Glad
up.
we settled that. You two were really
I was a little
staring at each
scared.
other, blaming each
I was a
other.
little scared. So last week I talked about my Hasbro Bret Hart mail away on eBay. Mm-hmm. It sold for $4,727.89, 36 bids, and the seller paid.
Which is,
Wow,
I think
nice.
that's the market value. As I said, that's
Yep.
they've been going for.
So
You happy with that, Broski?
I'm very happy with that.
You
What
were
did-
saying you were hoping for 2 at least.
What did you get?
I haven't figured that out yet because with how it's, you don't get your money right away.
Right, but yeah.
So
How are you
pro-
sending it?
What do you mean in the mail?
I don't know. Like,
What do you
I
mean?
know.
How am I sending
You
it?
just got to insure it.
you're just going to throw it in a box?
Yeah. Well, I'll bubble wrap. I'm not sure. It's gonna be
She's
fine.
wife sends it too. He doesn't even do it.
Listen, I also wanted to be known that when this was up, Thomas TK Kelly slid into my DMs asking to buy it, and I offered it to him for $4,000, and he said no. So
Wow.
missed out, pal.
Yeah, he would have, and you would have. That's probably what you're gonna take home anyway.
Yeah, but sorry, TK. Could have got it for $4,000.
Well, you're getting this in a loose, reused Amazon box, flopping around with no
Yeah,
padding.
No, I'm
no
gonna
bubble wrap.
protect it like a son of a bitch, of course. But yeah, it's definitely a reused Amazon box, 100%.
I mean,
One of the real flimsy
Well,
ones.
If you buy from me or whatnot, it's a 50-50 chance it's a reused Amazon box.
Jeremy Bedower, he shared that he was able to find some things in that devastating fire. He found can we just play it here or not? So Palisades fire, what survived? He found a case of it was like a bank, I guess. What do you want to call it?
So this was at a bank?
So here, pause this for a second. So what he said was, and he always said this on we didn't have Jeremy on the podcast often, but he would always come in to Boozing with the Toys and talk about his collection. And one of the things that he would talk about a lot is that he had things in different vaults. Like specifically, I know he had the Harry Potter first print book, and he put that in a vault. So he didn't have all his collection at his house. But what he was saying is a lot of the banks with the vaults burnt down too.
Right.
Is that what he said?
That's what
He says it right here.
Like, obviously, Jeremy's our good friend, and you feel terrible about what happened. That said, like, I don't want to, like my wife will ask me questions about this. And I'm like, I'm not going to just, like, pepper him.
I know.
Like, I have a million questions. You know, when we see him at Comic-Con, you know, and we sit and have dinner, I'll ask more questions. But I'm not going to just text this guy questions all day long. Like, where's this? What happened to that? You know, like, this guy lost his home.
I know.
D, start this from the beginning because he says exactly the numbers.
So, but the gist of what I'm saying is I assumed that when he initially posted about it, like, that the banks would burn too.
Wait, D, can you move that to here? Yeah, hold on. So he says, Palisades fire, what survived?
Well, can you? This is an audio podcast, so can you read what these things are?
He says our home burned on 1/7.
Okay.
The banks burned.
One bank didn't.
One bank didn't. Yes.
That he had assets at.
So this first thing is he's got a Blue Eyes dragon Pokemon
worth $40,000.
40,000.
Gem Mint 10.
Graded. Andre the Giant Gem Mint 10.
Which I can't. How do you have a 1973 Andre Giant that's Gem Mint 10? That's insane to me.
Unbelievable. 100,000, 150,000. He's got a Pikachu Japanese Top Sun Gem Mint 10 worth 20 to 25,000. He's got this SM Black Star Ishihara GX Gem Mint 10 Pokemon.
$250,000. That's crazy.
250,000. Crazy. Michael Jordan, 25,000 plus Gem Mint 10
Which is crazy.
starting lineup.
That is the card that comes for free with the starting lineup. Gem Mint 10 worth $25K.
Really cool. Another one, 5,000. That wasn't a Gem Mint 10. We've got a Japanese Top Sun Charizard Holo Foil Gem Mint 10. And that he does not have a value on. He's got another Charizard here.
Charizard with the blue back.
Panini Jack Nicklaus.
Which is really cool.
Gem Mint 10, 40 to 60,000. Pretty cool. And
978 items. These are the only 10 licensed and insured that are around, but here they are. I had the vault. I was concerned about crime, but in this particular case, the entire city burned. While I had some vaults that did burn down, this is one that survived. Get good insurance and keep your assets in various places. Good luck.
Wow.
There you go.
Man.
Well, after enough time passes, I think we will have him on because Jeremy is somebody who has been said to me that he wants to talk to me about insurance and and he's not just posting it, he's not just telling me, he's posting about it as well.
Right.
I think he'll want to educate people.
Of course.
Right now is not the time, like you said, Brian, but what happened to this? Like, trust me, we'll do it eventually, but not yet.
I know. I really want to know what happened to the Harry Potter book.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's gone.
It's just a crazy, crazy, crazy situation.
One of those, sorry, it was a Yu-Gi-Oh card, Chris Risley saying, and then apparently when I said Blue Eyes, I was incorrect. So I'm not really sure. I'm not into the Pokemon card world. So,
Highspots. This is big. Holding
I
JSA
can believe
mail-in
this,
signing
brother.
for Hulk Hogan on Monday, March 10th. I got some things I need to mail in there. What about you, Brian?
I thought about it.
I have all the bros done. I don't think there's anything else that I'm like.
I have. Tell me what you think about this. I have the green standard tag Hulk Hogan Series 1 Hasbro.
That's cool.
Get that sent in. I have obviously the Series 1 Hasbro, but I think I might send that in and then go buy another Series 1 Hasbro.
Yeah, I think.
You know what I'm saying?
For your collection, yeah, I think you would do that. Yeah.
Right. And I have an LJN. Remember when I bought those LJNs back in the day? We're not back in the day, a couple months ago. I bought 2 5-back series ones Hogan. One was graded, one was not. I'll get the not graded one signed.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow.
All great investments.
I think if there was
blend.
anything that I would want, it'd be a Hasbro Hogan. I don't have any on card, though. Be pretty cool.
There's enough time to go buy one.
I know. I was just thinking about it. Anybody out there selling a Hasbro Hogan, hit me up.
The Miz pulls a top chrome The Rock 8/10 autograph. You see this?
Yeah.
By the way.
Number 8 out of 10. Autograph.
Oh my God!
My boss. My boss. So we're going to do a raffle for this one. Now, I've been throwing these bad boys out all over the place, but 8 out of 10 autograph Rock. I don't think a lot of people understand. When I was your guys, maybe your guys, a little bit older, I would say in my teens, The Rock was everything. I was like, a lot of people were Stone Cold Steve Austin fans. I was always a Rock fan. Then I got on The Real World. And I created a character called The Miz. And I remember going home from The Real World, sitting in my room and being like, what am I going to do for the rest of my life? And there was an action figure on my shelf that my castmates from The Real World got me that was The Rock. And I looked at that and I said, I want to be a WWE superstar.
That's right.
Mike,
Very
shut the
special
fuck up.
card.
You have a $20,000 card in your hand. Like, nobody cares.
First of all, I love that he plugged figures, but Topps and WWE did something really, really cool. They sent superstars to card shops all across the country for this Rip Night, which is a great way to spread awareness.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Like, even Chelsea Green was there. She ripped, well, not at where Miz was, got her card, and then she got me a couple packs.
That's cool.
Should
I mean,
we
that-
rip?
Epic promotional idea. I smell collusion a little bit about him pulling that particular rock. That just seems too. I mean, Mike does have a horseshoe up his ass. I don't know.
I just got a rock, but it's not that one.
No shit.
You got
$2,000. So
That
do you think that's
rock.
you said $20,000 card? That one is.
I mean,
What's this pink Adam Pierce? Adam Pierce?
it's close.
Huskus.
I know Danny
Who's
Tancredi
Huskus?
sold the 1 of 1 this past week, and him and the buyer agreed to not disclose the numbers, but he's saying it's the 3rd highest wrestling card sale in the history of professional wrestling trading cards.
Do you know, Brian, the 1 and 2?
I don't know off the top of my head, but from that information alone, that means that it sold for like $60K plus.
Oh, I got an auto. Axiom.
Whoa,
There you go.
he's a TNA superstar.
What's like the pink?
It's just another variation.
Okay.
Collect the rainbow, bro. You know that from
I
collecting
got a
Chelsea
Hall of
cards.
Fame. What up, dude?
What up, dude? I popped that. That is a picture from the Hall of Fame.
And then I like.
Imagine Broski opens a 1 of 10 rock.
Being nuts.
Or he got his auto, right?
Well, what? Those are just random packs.
Random packs.
Oh,
yeah.
so you don't even know what that. It could be
No.
anything.
I got a 180 and a 199 Solo Sokoa.
That's probably a good card.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I dig this stuff. I love it. Very cool. And the Chrome I have a soft spot for because that was our debut.
Right. It's a classy, nice product.
Very
It's a great way to
classy.
debut for sure for Topps. And
Love
WWE.
it. But there's so many. I'm so ignorant to all the different packs and how some have auto, some don't.
Yeah, it's just the matter of everything could have an auto. It's a matter of you're guaranteed. You know,
Right, but like some
you buy a
packs.
hobby box, you're
Okay,
guaranteed.
that's what
2
I don't
autos.
know the difference between the.
You buy those
boxes.
blasters or a mega box, you're not guaranteed anything, but you can still get some pretty great hits.
So you really think there was some collusion with the Miz thing? Is that the community thing?
I'm 50-50 on that one. That
Really?
just seems too nuts to me.
Huh.
I'm not. I'm just guessing. I'm speculating. Allegedly.
Allegedly. All right. Speaking of Chelsea, did you see that she wore my Mattel jacket
I
on SmackDown this week?
Maybe I watched on Mackenzie, but I thought she like crushed that promo too.
I didn't see it. She told me that had to go live.
It was damn, that's even more impressive.
Yeah. I didn't
She
see
like
it.
did a great job.
Damn nice.
Wearing that
pretty cool.
USA.
It's a pre-tape. Well, I guess it's not a pre-tape, but it's a backstage.
Yeah.
Well, hey, I mean, if they wanted to make a figure of this, they already have the mold.
don't know if they're going to make Street Gear Chelsea with the jacket, but they could.
Pre-tape Chelsea.
They could. They absolutely could.
Do it.
So Rhea Ripley, she made a post. Check this out. Can we put it on the screen here? Shouldn't have to say this. Do not ever send fan mail to my house. That is by mail or self-delivered. That is 100% not okay. It's funny because we put up we talked about this on the podcast a couple weeks ago. We put up a social clip about it, and we got roasted by haters saying that it should be okay. We're like, we just deleted the whole video.
Okay? Man.
That was crazy.
Crazy.
And somebody even went too far in the comments.
Yes. Well, we're not going to get into that part, but
that was unbelievable. That made me hot.
I tell you this all the time. I have this superpower. I don't read the comments.
Yeah.
So you can't hurt my feelings because I'm never going to see it.
No, but it wasn't even a hurt feeling.
Yeah, it wasn't a hurt feeling.
Or whatever. Or you're not going to piss me off by being a troll because I'm not going to see it.
They would have pissed you off if you read this. Anyway.
Yeah, this was.
I mean, I'm not denying.
Anyway, listen. Here's the thing, guys. I don't care how big a fan you are. It is not okay to mail to someone's address. Now, I don't care if you found it on the internet, because guess what? I guarantee you that person doesn't want it on the internet.
Right.
And it's just somehow leaked or it's there somehow. They don't even know it's there. Unless they publicly say, hey, this is my fan address or P.O. box or whatever. Stop. What do you do? And especially self-delivered, that's insanity. That's balls. That's balls.
That is
and that's like you should be in jail.
That's a crush.
Yeah. So, listen, I don't know how many times I have to say it. It is not okay to send mail to a wrestler's house. And it's definitely not okay to show up to their house.
You've gotten stuff to your parents' house over the years?
Still do to this day.
Yeah, same.
Because like that one is like, I guess my parents are more accessible,
Still weird and not okay.
Bro, it's beyond weird. Yeah. Beyond weird. But guys, just don't do it. Just don't do it.
Well, I was saying in the chat, doxing is the act of putting somebody's information and address on the internet, and that is 100% a crime, and you can be prosecuted for that.
Yeah.
Because
and you should be.
Because there is real repercussions that somebody could have from that act.
And guys, I know even saying this, there's going to be comments in the YouTube video how we're in the wrong. It's just like blows my fucking mind. Anyway,
people are entitled to their weird opinions.
They are. All right, Major Wrestling Podcast Live 21 coming up. Guys, we're almost at the 1 month mark. Can you believe that? April 17th, 8 p.m. The Palms, Las Vegas, Nevada. We're almost at March 1st.
It's April 17th.
So we're almost at the 1 month mark, kind of.
No, not even close.
Well, anyway, guys, live in Vegas.
6 weeks. To be honest. Every bit of 6 weeks.
Live in Vegas. A lot of special guests. Come on, check it out. If you've never been to a live show before, this is the one to go to. It's going to be fun. What else can I say? It's going to be hectic, as they always are. I know Brian and I are probably coming right from WrestleCon.
Definitely are.
It's going to be a blast. We're very excited. Make sure you go. GA tickets still available. VIP tickets still available, but not many. So secure them now. MajorWFPod.com. Also, guys, this is kind of out of order, but it's still pretty damn cool. Look at this. Somebody, Major Mark, Chris Grant, showed off a picture of his big goal for the Big Rubber Guys on an original San Francisco Toymaker Sting.
Wow.
I saw that and I was like, God damn, that looks good.
And that is available with the Ric Flair. Oh, look at that, D. Look at these. That's why D's on top of this. Woo! No hair, no flare. Get the Ric Flair right now. CollectMajor.com. Also, guys, we finally got him in. The Andre the Giant Major Bendies in stock. I'll talk about that later, weekly purchases. But this figure is unbelievable. The eighth wonder of the world in Major Bendy's form, in the nice blue. Pick it up right now.
It's a little bigger, right?
A little bigger. Pick it up right now. CollectMajor.com. There's also the Wrestling Collector Shop edition that's also for sale in the black singlet, Hasbro-esque packaging. So
cool.
Pick that up from Wrestling Collector Shop. And guys, this is the last week to get Alley Catch. And look at that packaging.
Hot off the presses, baby.
hot off the presses in her Hammerstein gear, the gear that she got injured in. I personally love the back. I don't know if we have an image of the back of it. Look at that. Look at her Henches gear with her sparkle tits. You know, she requested that for the figure. So we can't do it for the figure, but I can get it on the card art. So there
Pretty
it
cool.
is.
Pretty
Support Alley
unique
Catch.
at the end of the day, right?
Very, very cool. This is a pre-order. So, the mold is made, so it won't take as long as a regular Major Bendy. But support Allie, one of the true independent wrestlers out there dealing with an injury, going through a hard time. Let's help her out. Let's do the right thing. So, and then, of course, Big Rubber Guys, pre-order is the order for all month long in March. Axe, Smash, Bryan Adams, Demolition. You fans were going so crazy about the reveal that we did on the live podcast on YouTube last week that we had to just put them live right away.
Man.
So we thank you for that.
The response has been epic, guys. So thank you very much.
Response has been incredible. Axe, Smash, Bryan Adams. I'm so excited for these. I saw a couple of comments. Even I believe TK Kelly, I thrown him under the bus, saying something like, "How come Smash doesn't have his elbow pad covering his tattoo?" Wrong era, pal.
Yeah, he stopped wearing it, guys.
That's why. No, TK, I love you. I'm sorry I'm busting your balls. But again,
if you want that Smash, try to find the old one on eBay for $1 million.
Yeah, we have the Smash with the elbow pad. That's on eBay. Edward Bay, if you will. And last but not least, this weekend, guys, we are going to be at New York Toy Fair. Now, you guys, you can't just stroll in there, so we're gonna have to figure out a way to share this stuff on social media.
I was gonna say, yeah, the fans are not allowed to just be roaming Toy Fair,
right? But March 1st through 4th, we're gonna be there at booth 5965. So come check us out. We're gonna have a lot of new things on display, prototypes, things that we haven't even talked about.
Are you wearing your gear?
We are not doing the gear thing.
We opted against it because we need to be taken seriously amongst these people. There's a lot of important conversations and connections that are being made, and I don't think.
Well, also what happened was we were supposed to have. I'll say it right now, full disclosure. We were supposed to have figures, exclusive figures, and we were going to wear the gear of the figures. But
there's also that
the figures didn't come in, so it's like,
So the purpose was defeated in that sense. But I mean, Broski and I did have the big vision of 90s, seeing Brett Razor at Toy Fair, their gear,
I think it's cool.
They're just talent. They're not they didn't have
that's
a stake.
the problem.
They didn't have a stake in Just Toys.
He's taking the meat.
Well, that's if we all need to we all feed off each other, and if I don't know if they're gonna take us that seriously if my cock's out, it's not out, but it's
Broski's
at least Brian's
burning on niacin, standing there all day.
Right,
I just wouldn't
exactly. And that's another thing too. How do I keep the pump going? I was stressing about. Do I go to the bathroom every 30 minutes? Pump up.
God.
I was worried about that. But we'll be there. We'll post about it on socials. But up next is the news brought to you by Major Garage Beer.
Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has a new tag team partner, Garage Beer.
Scratch that figure itch and scratch that beer itch with Garage Beer.
Every tag team needs a name.
And here it is, Major Garage Beer.
Garage Beer is light, refreshing, and made with the highest quality ingredients.
You can choose between the light beer or my favorite, the lime beer.
And with only 95 calories, it's the smart beer to drink.
I'm Brian Myers, the most professional drinker.
I'm Smart Mark Sterling, and I love beer-flavored beer.
And I'm always ready, Matt Cardona. And the Major Garage is always open. All right, there was no Major Garage Beer in Qatar, unfortunately.
Guys, I'm in a drought too. Normally TNA, I don't really drink too often at home, but on the road, with the boys, especially after a show.
Yeah.
I like to have a several garage beers and kick back. But I was with my family this entire loop. Not a sip was had. So I'll have to
Damn.
make up for it in El Paso. TNA gets back on the road.
Well, you can certainly make up for it at BYOGB at Shay's Steaks, baby. Friday, March 21st. Guys, this is a free event, okay? Bring your own garage beer. That's how you get in. Just literally bring in garage beer, and you're in for free. And to answer the question from last week, no, the steaks, the cheesesteaks are not free. But the event is free. The admission is free. People were asking, is this a meet and greet? Is this an autograph signing? This is not a meet and greet. It's a giant party. It's a hang. Of course, we're going to take pictures. You know, if you want a picture, sure. I'll tell you right now, if you bring something for me to sign, I'm going to charge you my rate, cash. You can bring it, but you're going to get a drunk auto, and I want cash.
You'll like this story, Broski. What did Papa Bear do a couple years ago? He went to Disney without any plans, and his kids went on Living with the Land and stuff because he had no reservations or anything.
That's right. That's right.
So what did he do this February break for his kids?
Oh, I got to hear it.
A vacation to
Let me hear it.
Philadelphia.
In the cold?
Don't know where he came up with that one. I said, all right. I said, try to enjoy yourself, but if you do go, please go to Shay's. I sent him Scott's number.
Go.
They connected. He brought his whole family there. Scott wined and dined him. Shay's Steaks. Best part of the trip, I'm sure.
Well,
What did he
else,
do in
What else
Philly,
could he have
Mike?
done? Run
I
the
don't-
Rocky Steps?
I mean,
Guys.
there's some museums, I think.
I actually do think they went to a museum.
Liberty Bell,
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
the
poor
Rocky
kids.
statue.
Oh, my God.
Shay's is better than all this stuff.
Anyway, guys, use the hashtag Major Garage Beer. If we pick your picture or video, you will get a prize. Who won this week?
I'll tell you. Danny Blanco.
This was great.
This week, instead of fig hunting, I did a little beer hunting. Was able to track down some garage beer using the Beer Finder. You got to check that out on their website. Now I'm enjoying some beer-flavored beer while I do a little figure photography. Look at that.
And it was
He's
a
got
great-
the
it was
big
a
rubber
great figure.
guys. He's got the garage
awesome.
beer case right in the back.
I love it. I love it.
Beautiful.
All right, guys, we got a lot of news. We'll rapid fire through it because a lot of it is like, all right, I just need to see a product here. Okay, I need a real product here.
There we go.
Is that kind of news.
Title Run Toys showed off their Wrath. Again, like, looks cool. Listen, I like the box art. I like Wrath. I love Brian Clark. You know, we love him. Figure looks okay,
Yeah, whatever.
but I need something in hand. You know, I need something in hand.
I mean, like, that's obviously like a photoshopped.
All right, the whole thing is
Right, yeah.
which
So-
is fine, right? You got to show
Whatever,
something. I mean, the alley we just showed is all Photoshop.
Right. No, we're not
We've made
throwing
product
shade.
for
I'm
it.
just saying, keep going.
This is a head scratcher for me. So, Toy Notion, the WrestleFeds who shut off all those British Bulldogs, they announced they're making 3 different Tatankas. Again, first of all, I don't even know how they're legally doing it because he has a Legends deal. But with the Mitch Tatankas coming out, like, how many Tatankas do we need here?
Just get him a Tatanka rack.
And I'm sure
I
they're
don't
going to
own
look good based on the
Tatanka.
Bulldogs.
Much less many Tatankas necessitate an entire rack.
But like, if I was starting,
Yeah, I don't know.
If I was starting a retro company, I would think to myself, who hasn't been made?
I've been saying that.
Not. First of all, it's not even like
Who's
They're-
like,
they're-
oh, man, I was really impacted by Tatanka in 1992.
But here's the thing: it's like not only do they have Hasbro's, they have
Especially
other
April, November, and
companies-
December. I'll never forget it.
Broski, I thought the same thing when, not to bring him up, but when I'm not a dog in him, I feel bad, but when the Latuni showed his big rubber guys, or his LJN
Right.
style figures, you already. I mean, I think I would have tried to pick something that hadn't been done already.
right.
Just the marketer in it, I guess.
Well,
is what
that's
I'm
the thing.
saying.
Like I said, not only has Hasbro, the real company, made the Bulldog and Tatanka, but all these retro companies, Epic made a British Bulldog. Mitch made like 3 Bulldogs or 4
My other
Bulldogs.
thing, like, the Tatanka and the British Bulldog are, like, very affordable, easy to obtain Hasbro's, too, to this day. Like, there's not, like, I understand, like, doing the green card stuff and things like that, but, man.
Yeah. To me, the appeal of these retro lines have always been to continue to add on to what already exists.
Right.
So when you're getting repeats, it's a little weird. But
And I'm fine with doing a repeat. You know, we've done repeats for Big Rubber Guys, but it's
Sure.
like you don't come out of the gate with repeats.
Man,
Sure.
Tatanka 92 is just golden.
All right.
but like repeats that are warranted.
Okay. Epic Toys, Wrestling Megastars, teaser shared on Instagram stories for next Tag Team 2-pack.
Which has to be the nasties,
Has to
right?
be nasties.
Which would be cool as hell.
Even though we're just saying, you know, we have nasties already. But Epic does some great stuff, so who knows?
Yeah.
Or it could be 2011 Royal Rumble Zack Ryder. You never know.
Oh, they nailed it. Yep, that's it.
That's
Or is that could be your Wave 2 Super 7 look, maybe.
no, maybe. Could be. Guys, this is big. Ringside Collectibles, RC Toys. Unsanctioned Classic Superstars to be revealed this Wednesday, February 28th. So by the time this comes out on Friday, they'll already be revealed. I know nothing about this.
Same. And I didn't want to text John like a mark, and
I did text him like a mark, but
I just wanted to be.
I didn't ask.
I said, I'll let this play out. I'm very curious.
I said I'm excited about, or good luck. I said something like that. I didn't ask who it was.
Okay.
Let's speculate. Even though
So I have my speculations.
do you think it's the Sabu that we saw?
No,
at the
I don't
toy
think.
fair?
I think that's been clearly established as that's a bell to bell.
I don't remember the packaging on that. We saw it packaged, but I don't remember what the packaging said. Do you?
But this is classic superstars.
But Sabu is a classic superstar, and he's unsanctioned.
What do you mean by
think-
classic superstar?
So that the classic superstars is what's making me think they're making guys with those ruthless aggression molds.
That's what I thought immediately.
Ooh, like
And
kind
if
of
that's the
like
case, then maybe
Like
they
better
have-
versions of
Steiners?
FTC figures would be my
better version of STC figures.
my gut instinct, yeah. Because we know those molds exist. They're floating around China and they're for
Yeah.
the taking.
I'm not necessarily against that.
That'd be cool.
But what makes them unsanctioned?
Because they're people that weren't in the classic superstars line. So you're adding to it. And like Mark just said previously about that line. Like that's the fun of it.
You know what? I don't hate that one bit. If that's
This is
the
just
case.
speculation.
This is all speculation.
I'm 100% speculating. And
First of all-
like I said, I went out of my way to not text John, even though I was curious because I wanted this to play out.
Well,
Also,
let's-
unsanctioned could just be the name of the line. Am I right? Like Bad Boys.
But that says unsanctioned
No,
classic
they made it seem
superstars.
like it's a new line.
And we've established that the Remco style figures are called bell to bell, so I don't understand why you would change it for one character.
Okay, so let's.
And
say
if that's the case, then that's what they did. But I don't
So
understand.
let's say hypothetically, who do you see it? Maybe the Steiners. They had the Steiners signed.
right? They never Scott never. There was like a prototype, right? They never
Yeah.
Made it.
Yeah.
LOD, which are not like the opposite of what I'm saying about Tatanka and Bulldog Hasbro's. LOD classic superstars are not easily affordable or readily available if they have that license.
They made
still.
a bunch of versions of them, but you're right.
Yeah.
I would hope to see some more meat on the bone than just LOD and Steiners, to be honest.
Right. We also don't know what talent.
Bro,
Yeah.
this is crazy, but not out of the question. Macho Man.
Totally. That would be
Nuts.
nuts. Yes.
Would be nuts because he's like the one guy,
He's the missing piece.
the missing piece.
Wow, and you could do a bunch and have meat on the bone.
we
a
just
lot.
shot for the stars here. If this is just a Sabu Remco, we're gonna be a little bummed.
Yeah, well, either way, listen, we love Ringside, we love new lines, so if anyone's going to do it right, it's Ringside.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't even really think of that classic superstar style. All right, pros and tees, micro brawlers, British Bulldog, 92.
Wow.
Looks cool.
Didn't
You
they make that
British
already?
Bulldog, full British Bulldog
I
collector.
could have swore they had this
I could
already,
have
but
sworn this came out.
maybe that was a 91.
Oh, maybe this was also, or they redo it. It was like, was that one of those really rare, like early ones? I can't remember, man.
I'm not quite sure, to be honest. MLB, what about this, Brian? You get this? The Mr. Met Yeet.
It's pretty cool. This got like blowing up in my world when this was announced.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll for sure probably be grabbing one of those. I mean, it's a Monday, so if we can record during the day, maybe I would love to get to that game. We'll see.
Very cool.
That's cool.
Oh, you know what? That's also the day after Slammiversary at UBS. So you can make a goddamn wrestling weekend in New York
I'll tell you right now, there's no way to do a morning because I'll be getting home that morning.
I mean, I just wouldn't want to do it.
Hall of Famer Hacksaw Jim Duggan announced that he signed a nostalgia agreement. Very proud.
The Legends deal with the WWE. He just recently signed the Legends deal. I haven't signed it for a while. There was a little kind of discrepancy what was going on. But we got it all worked out and was able to sign it. And so hopefully the action figures and the games and will be coming back out again.
Oh, listen, we love
Super cool.
Hacksaw. He's been great
It's almost
to
like
deal with.
it's funny. These guys have these like indie runs, and then they go back, just like the boys that are currently working. You know,
So
he did all he could, I think, merch wise, outside of the WWE bubble. When you think about it, it's been a long time, like since we've had a Hacksaw figure.
I mean, we did what 3 bendies, 2 big rubber guys, and you just think about it. He instantly come back to the family. Like he can get so many figures. They could redo both the elites he made. They made.
I mean,
him.
for sure, like that original, like what Legends 3, you could redo that.
But also they could that GameStop. Like it was such a mishmash. Like if they just chose, like let's say the USA singlet and put that out like
Right.
from the vault, that'd be awesome. Because the other one they put like
He's
an
been gone so long. There's not even a Hacksaw with like interchangeable hands, even, right?
Yeah, like no thumbs up, nothing.
Yeah, damn.
So I'm very happy for Hacksaw. We love
Of course.
Hacksaw.
He was, man, just like a gentleman's gentleman, dude. Like, what a pleasure
Absolutely.
Hacksaw is, man, to deal with.
Superstars Series 14 Walmart and Wrestling Shop exclusive. Great Muta with a Chase variant. So really, if you're a Muta fan, I think you need both of these
Dude.
twice to make 4 great Mutas.
This is like, it's very cool. And if you love
Very
Muta, excellent. But this is such like Bill McKenna love letter shit.
Yeah. But I don't even know if Bill works on this line.
I don't know, man.
I mean, listen,
Who else goes? We need 4 Mutas.
I'm fine with it. I'm not getting 4.
I was gonna say, well, what do you do?
No, I'll get 2. And I just won't display 2 of the heads. Because I collect the variants. But I'm not getting 4. That's
4
insane.
Mutas is a lot of Mutas, man.
It's insane.
Yeah.
I dig it. I think it's cool, though. I like the, hey, it's better than, I don't know why, I'm not complaining about it because I'm not buying the 4. But for someone who wants to get all 4, you can, which I think is cool.
I'm just pointing out what I feel about it.
And the
That's all.
different color mist, I like it. I like it a lot. I'm down for it.
The mist thing is unbelievably cool, actually.
Yeah.
Love it.
I like the broken kendo. That's cool.
That's something I will not be displaying with him. What about this? Mattel Creations revealed live virtual event next Thursday, March 6th. So we're going to see, I guess we're going to see some stuff from Mattel Creations.
Okay.
But they did a little poll here, right? And they asked you to vote for 2. What would you like in an upcoming crowdfund project? Now, here were the choices. Hell in a Cell, which appears to be like the old school Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
Okay, Elimination Chamber Classic, a Punjabi Prison, a Steel Cage Modern, or an Elimination Chamber Modern.
Man.
Now,
Which, either way, if these are going to fit over those real scale rings, it's going to have its own zip code, this thing.
I voted for Hell in a Cell and the Chamber, but I don't think I'll be buying any of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't get.
I won't be. Listen, and the last 2, we were the guys back.
Yeah.
I don't feel the same about this. Now, who knows? Maybe, just maybe, they will say, okay, it's the steel cage match. But unless you're giving us ropes, ring posts, and aprons, nothing will fit with any of these play sets.
Right, because there's... Well, no.
What do you mean?
I'm trying to think of that cane ring.
It's a Raw is War.
Raw is War. I mean, it can yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because in the Hell in the Cells, like Ruthless era... I mean, I was going to vote for the modern day cage anyway, because in the lieu of like, okay, maybe a kid would play with it, you know, and move away from the adult collector kind of thing.
I don't know.
Or move away from that being the sole focus here, right?
And I have to assume that there's exclusive figures with each of these offerings.
Oh, it needs some kind of, come on.
But I really feel like the ropes, buckles, and aprons are a big part.
Couldn't you do that?
For sure. Because all those rings are...
They absolutely could
just
give
like
them, but will they
the
is
case,
the question.
Well, if it's just that Hell in the Cell, for example, you get the cage, and then I would assume you get the ropes and the buckles and the aprons.
And we know for a fact it's not coming with the ring?
It's not coming with the ring.
Because those rings aren't like
that's what
so
I'm saying.
plentiful.
You'd also assume like maybe a pretty specific commentary table.
I don't...
Man.
Listen, I don't want to bury this until we see what wins and what they offer. But
yeah, you'd have to
best.
see what it actually is.
I want the best for the collecting community, but
nothing wowed me. I had to pick two because they made me pick two. You know what I'm saying?
I would pick Punjabi Prison just for the ha-has.
No one's picking that, Mark.
I don't know. And we'll see, right? Who knows? Like I could see if Hell in the Cell wins, they'd give us would they give us that Foley and Taker, like in an Ultimate style or something? Maybe, I don't know.
We got a pretty great Foley from that match recently.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. Let's see what happens with this event and let's see what wins. It's intriguing.
For sure.
I'm a little nervous though. I will say that. We got some Ringside news. We just talked about it. Ringside announced their brand new figure line, Ringside or RSC, Unsanctioned Classic Superstars. The debut release will be revealed this Wednesday, February 26th. That gives me another question about this. Is it one figure? You can't start a line with one figure.
Why not? If it's Macho Man, like you said.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm nervous about the shot that we shot here. We've really said some cool things, and that's like unfair for them to have to live up to.
Telling me that Bell to Bell is separate, and they wouldn't hype it up like this.
Okay,
yeah,
so let's say
what if it's a Tatanka Classic Superstar?
Like
if it's from '92.
And I don't want to potentially bury something that it might end up being, you know?
Right, exactly. Oh shit! I hope it's not a Tatanka '92.
I mean, we know the list of talent that's available. The Unsanctioned to me and that chain makes me feel like it's a hardcore. Like it does. Like I can't picture a Macho Man being in that. I don't know. I just feel like Unsanctioned is.
With the clues that we have, there's so many possible. It could be its own line. It could be a special figure. It could be a different version of the Bell to Bell figures.
It is a new line.
Definitely a line. It's
a line. This is from Ringside. Ringside Collectibles announced their brand new figure line, RSC Unsanctioned Classic Superstars.
Brian, I think it's unsanctioned. Separate line, Classic Superstars.
Unsanctioned. They're just making guys that didn't even sign. It's unsanctioned. They don't give a fuck.
No, the way it's written from
I think
Ringside,
unsanctioned is like heels and faces.
No,
unsanctioned.
The way it's written from Ringside, it's Unsanctioned Classic Superstars.
Yeah.
This is copied and pasted from a Ringside message.
Oh, well, we're just guessing here, and my guess is that's too on the nose.
We'll find out. We'll find out Thursday. If you're listening to Friday, you found out yesterday, pal.
Already, so you just think we're idiots. Let's go.
New in stock, SummerSlam 2025 release with Roman Reigns, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Charlotte. All 4 figures include a build, a William Regal, expected in soon, Elite 116 with AJ Styles, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Jade Cargill, Lexus King, and Brian Pillman. Ultimate Edition 25 with The Rock, Damian Priest, and Great Muta. And up next, Ringside Top 10.
Top 10.
This episode of the Major Wrestling Figure Podcast has been brought to you by Ringside Collectibles, the #1 online retailer of WWE action figures.
Go to WrestlingFigures.com and make a purchase, and when you do, use discount code MAJOR at checkout to save 10%.
Ringside Top 10. Brand new figures, how much did you spend? Ringside Top 10. 40 figures, exhausting mailmen. Ringside Top 10. Another sale, Sami Zayn's #1 again. Ringside Top 10. Use code MAJOR for discount at the end.
Number 10, Jimmy Uso, Elite 114. Number 9, Sky Blue, Unmatched Series 11. Number 8, More Hardcore 15-piece accessory playset, Ringside exclusive. Number 7, Danhausen, 1 of 5,000, Ring of Honor Vault exclusive. Number 6, CM Punk, Money in the Bank 2011. Number 5, Timeless Tony Storm, Black and White. Number 4, Rhea Ripley, Elite 117. Number 3, Jey Uso, Elite 114. Number 2, this is great news for us, Bloodline WWE Retro 4-pack. Love that. And number 1, Will Ospreay, Unmatched Series 11.
I love hearing the AEW names in there.
Yes, it's very cool. All right, guys, let's go to some weekly purchases brought to you by CollectMajor.com.
Big out your my house? I'll bring my guys. You have yours. I've got Sergeant Slaughter. And I got Ric Flair. Woo! Here's Andre the Giant. And here's Macho Man. Ooh, yeah. And Brian Myers. And Matt Cardona.
They're so real. Can you tell the difference?
Roster Cup. Video silence.
Big rubber guys. They're for real. Each sold separately on MajorBendies.com.
Big rubber guys. Collect them all. All right, Collect Major. Like we said, the Andre the Giants, Demolition, Alley Catch.
Support Alley Catch, guys.
Yes, head on over to CollectMajor.com. Every single week, use the hashtag CollectMajor. If we choose your picture or video, you will get a prize.
Chosen Wolf Collectibles, meeting Accent Smash of Demolition. Happy 25th birthday to me. There is pictures of him, and he got his Bendy signed.
That's insane. Love that.
Also the coolest dudes ever. So
cool.
Wasn't even born when they had their run.
Wow.
That's the power of Peacock and the network and all that stuff.
All right, what'd you get, Brian?
I built this William Regal man's man with my bare hands. I also didn't realize, look at that. Little brass knucks. Did you know that was on there?
Oh, is it painted or not painted?
It's like, no, it's the real deal.
That's cool. That looks
it's
really
built
cool.
into the mold. You can't take it off or anything, but it's really cool.
And what's all
SummerSlam 2004, William Regal with the black eye and the bandage. It also comes with an alternate head, which I believe is just modern day in case you, I don't know.
You can do a Zack Ryder 2013.
What?
You do a Zack Ryder 2013.
Oh, yeah, or Zack Ryder at his house show run in 2013. Same look. Guys, the real winner is this.
Yes,
finally,
I got
after
it as
years
well.
of wishing, we have a SummerSlam 2002 Shawn Michaels.
Did VSK get this?
Well, VSK probably ran to ringside to pick it up. He floated there. I got to say, obviously, you don't expect him to have the shirt with the Bible verse on there.
They did what they could do.
Even in my wildest, that's a Threadhead's boy for sure. But I got to say, Broski, I got this figure today. Then I had to get on the train to go to the city for a TNA thing. So I started Googling this match. One, the real reason I was doing it, this Triple H, which I think maybe at last second somebody was like, because the beard is there and it's molded, but they like very vaguely painted it. They must have been like, oh crap, we botched this. And they're, I'm being serious. I think they were like, let's do what we can with it. He's between the beard and like, first off, Hunter's tan in this match
is unreal.
Not even close to this. I mean, like, epic
hair's
tan.
way too short too.
What?
Hair's way too short.
It was kind of like that. That I'll give a pass. But Sean's this entrance gear has like way more color and deco hits, and I get it. They're not going to give us that. So I'm almost to the point where I think, and also he rips the shirt off very early in the match. Like all the pics are him. Just
Don't say what you're about to say.
I think this is getting displayed. No shirt, no entrance.
You're
stuff.
nuts. D, pop in here, D. Let me hear.
I think it's the most accurate way to honor the match that we both saw live and love.
Oh, we're back. We're back. We got rid of the heel turn.
I played the wrong music.
I like that. I like this one better.
First
All
of all,
right.
I have to display it like this. And I will say this, Brian. I was a floor seat guy. I think I'm like row 3 or 5. I didn't even see Sean come out with entrance gear. So I was like devastated they just came out in a wife beater and jeans until I watched it back.
Wow, that's interesting.
I mean, I remember having conversations with my buddies on the way there. Like, you think he'll wear tights? You think he'll be in gear? And we're like, nah, he's going to be in like, it's a street fight. He's going to be wearing jeans. It doesn't matter.
Well, listen, that's the beauty of collecting, right? I can display it how I want. You can display how you want. I think
Sure.
you're wrong, but that's the beauty of collecting. D, what do you think?
Before I rip this off, I want to hear what D has to say about it.
I mean, people can display things however they so choose.
I don't want to hear that. We established that. I want you to tell me what you think's most accurate.
I mean, the deco isn't on the accessory, so
It's like not even close, Matt. Like, I mean, there's so much more going on with this than just plain.
yeah,
I get
it's
it.
the same entrance gear that he had at the. It's the same molds that were existing from the
Right.
WrestleMania 30, WrestleMania 14. Technically, is what it's depicting. But yeah, it's the same gear from that, or at least entrance gear with the chaps and the vest.
That
But
looks
yeah,
pretty great.
They had more metallic, like gems, all painted in it. But
And there should
yeah,
be red all
like,
over it.
They're like red and blue. I saw on the
Yeah.
picture.
so
By the way, Tim Merritt says you're right, Brain. I don't know
Thank
if he's
you.
saying you're
Thank you,
right,
Tim.
Brian, or you have a right brain. I'm not sure.
Oh,
D, what would you do if you had this figure? And will you be getting this?
this
figure?
is. I'm already more happy with this.
Oh.
This is.
Oh,
Actually, you know, when you do that, the boots pop.
That's what
but
I'm saying. You're missing out on
aren't
that.
the boots inaccurate?
The boots are inaccurate.
no, I don't think so.
He's just making shit up now to prove his point.
It is
It's got a
pretty
light
great there,
dry brush on the jeans as well.
I like. Yeah, this is the way.
But that, to me, like that's not a fronter like that. This is a fronter.
In an inaccurate fronter that you need a shirt from Threadheads to make.
No,
Cool.
I'm fine. I'm not gonna have to, I'm fine like this.
Chris DG's with you.
All right, guys, that's the best part about collecting. You make your own rules.
Unless
can
it's
make
a
your own
fix
rules.
up. We don't do fix ups.
no, we
Real
don't
quick,
fix-ups
the
yet.
other figures are Charlotte, which has already been confiscated by Mackenzie, and then this Roman, which I'm also curious about because it's definitely from his match 2 years ago against Jay, but it's like happy babyface scans, 2 of them. Also hair up, which makes no sense because he's on his way to the
so happy.
He's so happy. Like, I don't know. It's definitely height of like heel head of the table Roman to face Jay. Really makes no sense. I'm kind of baffled by the choices on that one.
Well, all right. I'm gonna get them all, obviously, but I will not be keeping any of them except for the Sean and building the Regal.
Yes, same. I wanted to keep the Hunter, but it's just not even close to.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
I'm hoping they do make a more badass 2002 Hunter.
All right. From Collect Major, I got the Andres.
Me too.
So these are awesome. Look at this. I mean, oh my God. Looks great. It's a big boy. You got the black singlet. You got the blue singlet. I love it. I'm cool with it. Not much you can do with this Andre. I guess we could do the makeup one for Halloween, maybe?
No,
like we did for the
come
big
on.
rubber guy.
Sure, but no.
That's pretty much it. But Brian Beatty nailed that Andre. Look at that.
It's a very fun
TTD.
bendy. Like I said, it's also plus size.
Yeah,
Looks
it's
great.
fun. And,
So he's taller than the Mark Sterling bendy, is what you're
He
saying.
would be taller than the Mark Sterling. Yes, he would be.
I don't know about the accuracy on that, to be totally honest.
Speaking of accuracy, I finally got it. The Power Town. Power Town. I got it. And, D was like a psycho helping us, making sure everything was accurate with these. We would send D all the different photos, and he made sure these figures are damn near perfect. I think they are. I got 12, and like we talked about last week or 2 weeks ago, like Brian said, like his weren't taped up on one side. Mine weren't either.
All the Cardonas are open, right?
Yeah.
Cardona side?
Yep. All the Cardona side, no tape.
Yeah, my shipment was like that too.
So, my favorite,
which
figure,
I will
think.
also say, and we talked about this off the air, I like it in the sense that, like, if a belt slides or a hand moves, you just can pop it all back in and make it pristine.
Yeah.
But Broski made some good points. You could, like, steal the internet title.
Yep.
And if you bought it at a convention a couple of years from now,
yeah, I don't like that.
You would never know because you don't truly know if it's ever sealed. There's little negative things like that for sure, but
there are definitely versions out there that's taped on both sides.
And then there's also that because I saw Leo sparrows with my own eyes.
So hey, D, give us a little a rundown. Like what does it go? What goes into like the reference photos and analyzing these prototypes and is it
with this particular item?
Yeah, on this particular item.
Yeah. So initially, when I saw, I didn't have any say in the attire selection or whatever. So, but no, I'm just saying from that development side of things.
Tell us how you really feel.
No, I'm just saying from the development side of things. Goodness.
D, don't defend yourself. I always end up defending myself. It's the wrong move. Just keep moving.
So in terms of what I saw during this particular product's development, I saw the color renders, the gray sculpts, which is the sculpts that were probably, I'm assuming, done by Andy Frank, who previously worked at McFarlane. He does most of the stuff. He did the packages design, at least from what I've been told. And then after all, like the color render has been approved in terms, and then I obviously go off of the reference that has been published by you guys across social media in terms, I track that down in terms of when it was worn, the events and such. I don't have those assets in front of me, so I go search for those assets to go find them. And because they're published across Matt's social media channels, Brian's social media channels, and then I think Brian wore that at a particular event. I think it was FWF Live first or so.
I debuted at FWF 3 for sure.
Yeah, so I found the photography for that and compared, and trying to get all that placement right for that, because usually the color renders are used for it's basically your deco sheet that determines all the decoration application in terms of but I don't. Judging from the paint masters that I saw, the initial paint models, those needed some work, and that's why the initial EP samples, the initial deco samples that were shown weren't up to par, and all the color specifications weren't spec'd out accordingly, and so that had to get refined. And just refining Matt's colors in terms of his gear colors. Brian's it's just black, white, and gold, making sure that particular metallic gold.
The main problems that you've picked out were like where the lines lie.
Oh yeah. If you,
basically.
It hasn't been.
Gear, making
the initial
as accurate as possible.
Yeah, the initial EP sample, the initial deco sample, did not have everything placed in its. At least in terms of the tights, the singlet still needed some work done in terms of the placement of the designs. It's just making sure that everything is positioned in accordance to the pectorals, the lower torso, across the abdominals, making sure that the lines hit in the right places, making sure that everything looks at least congruent in terms of being symmetrical on both sides as much as possible. And yeah, so just needed to, but at least the particular vendor that Relativity Worldwide Powertown is working with, they got stuff done at in a timely process. Yeah,
couldn't be happier with the result of everything.
I absolutely love mine. I can nitpick certain things, but overall,
same.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And we've talked about it before. No one else is going to have these except for us. Like no other. I don't think anyone else ordered them except for fans and us.
Pretty sure.
So if you missed out, it's either eBay or through us.
And we did have an update from Magnum. We asked them for any updates. Pretty sure all the Matt and Brian's have been shipped. So if you pre-ordered Matt and Brian, you definitely got it.
I didn't get any coins. Did you, Brian?
You didn't get. You probably threw it out. It was definitely at least one was in that box.
No.
Mine had one in it.
But you bought, didn't you?
No, the other one had it too.
I'll double check.
It's in like a white little envelope. It's very easy to miss, like with all the packing stuff.
Okay.
I'm trying to see what. This is such like corporate speak he sent. I don't know what to say.
Well,
He's saying they're doing what they can to speed up the process with getting the Remcos to everybody, but they're close.
All right. Well, that's that.
There you go.
Hey, I sent a long time ago, maybe like 5 months ago, I sent a box with an Ethan Page figure to our friend Ethan Page.
What?
Yeah.
With a marker. I've said this before, Brian. I stole your garage thing. I have a wall now with my friends and signatures.
I'm honored that you did that. I'm nothing bad to say about that.
It's one of my favorite things I have in my room. It's like one of the main things that I collect. So I recently sent Ethan Page a figure, recently 5 months ago, and he kept fabing me on it. Yeah. I sent him a box with a self-addressed stamped thing. I paid for the shipping back with a marker. Everything was there.
I'm surprised that he would do that, actually. Like it would.
Well, let me tell you why.
Why?
Because he sent me back the chase.
Oh, he was trying to get you boned up? So he was waiting on that to come in or
very
something?
nicely replaced my normal Ethan Page with a chase. And he wrote a nice little message there. So it's right on my wall. Thank you very much, Ethan Page.
That's very cool.
Broski has a wall of all his friends, too. It's a blank white wall downstairs in his kitchen.
I only have room for 5 friends. And I think Shotzi and
now he's in.
Are coming in. I think they're coming in. So
well, that one's I don't know if I should say that. Never mind.
Vic
Poor Steve and
McKenzie.
Deanna, I heard her out.
Sorry about your damn luck. No, I don't. I don't know. That's all I got, guys. Slow week.
My last thing. Is everyone else done?
I'm done.
Well, Brian, a fan gave us these comic books, right? We'll shout them out. It gave me this.
Yeah, I mentioned that he gave gifts to everybody. Yeah, so
he also gave Brian and Broski these. So
I figured Broski would just throw it out, so I sent it to you to keep it safe.
I'm going to hover over your back while you read that.
I appreciate it.
There you go. I've had my eye on this for so long, and I finally got it. It's a CGC Gem Mint 10 Sabu.
Wow.
Rookie card.
Ooh.
This card raw has been going for like $40-ish, and I've been eyeballing it and seeing them just not in great condition. So this Gem Mint 10 popped up. I went back and forth with an offer. Was happy with it. Something I wanted for my collection.
Not PSA
Sabu rookie card. That's cool.
Not PSA, which is like this is my only CGC in my collection, and I do have the Edge and Christian that I have rookie is Gem Mint 10. It's from like Beckett or something. I want to say.
Okay.
So. But this looks great. Like even if I cracked this, I'd still be happy. But it's Gem Mint 10. I'm going to leave it, and I just wanted it for my collection because
that's cool.
It's cool. So
I dig that.
1995 BBM Sabu rookie card.
Nice.
All right, that's it. Is it Major Mark purchase of the week time?
Here we go. All right, Major Mark purchases of the week. I'm really excited about this and the new segment here. Okay, here we go. Frank Romeo. Check this out.
Banger.
Signed Macho Man Be a Man CD JSA certed through an offer on eBay, and he accepted.
Yes.
What is that? What is that cover? That white cover? Is that an alternate cover?
Which I was also thinking, Joe Shoes went to a signing for this, so like he had this at one point and must have, unless he still has it, but I think he got rid of it or sold it. It's crazy.
Seb Makehamson says maybe a bold statement to make, but I'm guessing this is probably the only WCW Rollaroos unpunched on-card signed by Sting in the world, signed in Manchester at the...
That's a wild... Like
Wiggle me!
Like you meet Sting and that's what you brought? Like... you must like I'd only accept if you have like 20 autographed Sting items that this is what you brought. Like
wiggle me.
That's wild.
All right, Roy.
Roy's a beast.
This past Saturday night, I carpooled to San Jose for a lucha event in the town, with the main event of the show being the original belt collector Ultimo Dragon taking on longtime rival Negro Casas. The two have had a legendary feud dating back to the late 80s in Japan. Before the show began, I got a few things signed. A 2006 CMLL had Casas, a boss fight figure of Ultimo that came out last year, and also had Ultimo sign the ultra-rare 1992 CMLL ring, still in the package, and also the theme song album from the same year. He mentioned never signing one of these before. A great time as usual.
Pretty incredible stuff. As always from Roy.
Roy's
Bangers.
great. Whoa, okay.
Alex Gerhard managed to pick up the perfect 10 and some mock BCA figures for the collection from a local marketplace posting. I've been looking for the Mania 2000 box variant. For some reason, I got the urge to check my local listings, and boom, there it was. Figure Fate. The Slammers 4-pack also came in the mail the same day and includes the box that Jax shipped them in.
Now, is this a mint on card collection? I'd love to know.
Look at that stuff's like just like a time machine for me.
I love it. I love it.
I want this.
That's
Joseph
cool.
James finally added the Simpsons arcade to the home collection. Stoked to finally have it set up, and next we'll be looking to get a TMNT arcade 4 players.
Damn.
That game's so timeless. Even I know that game. Remember
There
that
you go.
This game ruled so much.
Is that a 1-up?
They do have 1-up. I think this is the 1-up. It looks too small to be an actual.
But I like how they have
because
I like how they have the 4 on the 1-up, if that's the case.
the screen is flat because the originals are like a rounded screen.
Okay.
David Sirianni here,
Dude,
our
Siz
pal.
Dog.
Siz Dog. This past weekend, I fulfilled a lifelong dream of being front row at a major wrestling event. As a day one AEW fan, I snapped up ringside seat to Grand Slam Australia and made the flight up to Brisbane. You mean you didn't, Australia isn't just walkable everywhere?
No.
Australia's huge.
You took a flight? I really hoped this was the event I could finally meet Smart Mark Sterling, but alas, this time he was not suffering from book-to-gooditis.
Wow.
I did, however, get to meet Chris Jericho, Sammy Guevara, and Tony Schiavone. I was also lucky enough to snag 2 of the timeless Tony Storm exclusives to 2000 figures. Nice. Being ringside and super close to the action was incredible. I got a high five from Big Bill. The Bad Apple told me to shut up and sit down, and at one point I patted Buddy Matthews on the back. But the most memorable moment was singing Metalingus by Alter Bridge at the top of my lungs
That was
along
awesome.
with the entire
I saw
arena.
that.
You could see genuine surprise on Adam's face when he realized what was happening. Oh, and I dressed as Dude Love and got my face on TV a few times. And to top it all off, I bumped into Scotty Too Hotty in the streets of Brisbane, and he was gracious enough to get a selfie with me. A truly once-in-a-lifetime event that I'll cherish forever.
Yeah, damn. Overall, incredible
That's very
experience. Siz
Scotty,
Dog.
by the way, on AEW this week. Check it out.
I heard.
Love it.
You know what I forgot to plug there sit next to me, guys?
What's that?
Matt went fully in depth. I just want to say thank you. I got sent the Matt Maniacs
Oh, nice.
in these insane
Bro,
cases, by the
The
way.
defenders are nuts, right?
What the heck? Unbelievable. So
Mark,
excited to see what's to come. You know what I mean?
He said he tried to send them to you, Mark, but you ignored his DM, so he didn't get them.
Where did he send it?
Up, probably Instagram, where all DMs are public.
Well, DMs go to like in a separate thing. I don't see those.
You don't check your DMs?
I don't. I don't
Not
either.
the-
Broski
not-
must have told me to look when I looked.
Not the primary ones. Yeah, I don't. Look
I check DMs. You never know what's going to come through a DM.
Guys, theme of the show. I don't
Guys,
read the
send
comments.
Broski a DM. He checks them all.
Don't read the comments.
This just looks pretty, and I picked it. Matthew Jenks,
man.
the Big Boss Man Buddy in the front, super clean and nice, grabbed on eBay for $150.
Not bad.
Now only one remains, and the Boss Man, he's serving hard time.
Oh,
Hard
yeah, that brings me
Foundation.
back, dude. Look at that.
Right? Isn't that just such a pretty picture?
It really is.
That is the one thing that I don't have in my playroom that I wish I had space for. But
That's honestly, I'm thinking, what am I going to do? Like, I have to figure out how to display them somehow. I have to.
Yeah. Also, honorable mention. I saw this on Twitter, Broski. So this kid here, Augie, today was Oncology Day. Augie got clear scans and labs, and this sweet signed Matt Cardona figure. Matt has become Augie's inspiration since finding out he is also a childhood cancer survivor.
I saw this as well. I'm rooting for him. I have no doubt he'll stay strong. But yeah, I signed that figure for Whatnot. Had no idea who it was going to. I saw that photo pop up on socials today. So
I loved it,
Go,
man.
baby.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Fuck cancer, you right.
that's incredible.
Let's go.
Clear scans
love
and
it.
labs. Congrats, Augie. Keep pushing, pal.
Let's go, baby.
All right, so then the other thing here, guys, is the Major Mark display of the week. Ryan Mickelson suggests, how about Major Menagerie of the week?
No.
Like Mike Knox's group in TNA?
Victor Leyva says Major Showcase of the week.
I mean, I like that better.
I'm okay with that.
Or there's just Major Mark display of the week.
I like that the best.
Display is just, there's
we'll
got to
keep,
be something more.
We'll keep workshopping. All right, what I liked about this was he gave multiple angles, and let me tell you, there is not a piece of space left in this room. So let's go with this first one here. Matt, I'm sorry, that's not
How is the ceiling like that?
Caleb Kane. I'll show you the ceiling in a second. Sorry to share again, but by the way, guys, you can share again over and over again in this.
You're probably going to have to because the thread is so epic.
Yeah, it's unbelievable, and I can only pick one a week. Sorry to share again, but I have some lovely feedback from the group. So here are the current pictures of my He-Man cave. Although, as you can see, I have a little bit of everything in there, including big rubber guys. So there's look one. You see G.I. Joe.
Yep, I like it.
Big He-Man's there. I love that display. Here's the angle two. This is what I like. You got a TV in there. He's watching wrestling.
Working.
He's got an iMac there. All right, so do some editing. He's got an up, down, down championship. Okay. There's the details of the He-Man. He's got the gray skulls. Things on the wall. A little close-up of the wrestling stuff, right?
Okay.
Big rubber guys like that.
Look at that. I love that. The look of that. He's got the Nintendos. He's got the tube TV there.
Love it.
With the Nintendos. And now here's the ceiling.
That's wild. That's wild to
What's he getting him stuck there with?
I don't know. Pretty interesting, right?
It's interesting for sure.
But that room, guys, no space.
Is that my next move? I put stuff on the ceiling?
But yeah, no space, but it looks like, but it's cleaned up, you know? And I love the little couch there. You can watch TV, chill.
It's weird. It's like clustery, but it's not.
Right. Very cool. I dig that. All right. Well, guys, up next is the Q&A. All right, guys, ask us a question on X. Use the hashtag AskMajorPod. If we read it, we will send you a prize. What do we got?
Matt's question. Joe Sullivan, awesome Joe, is Major W Pod. I know you don't collect current guys. Do you ever see yourself after you retire, perhaps collecting and then current guys of guys that worked in your era?
Well, no, because then that would then I'd have to go back and get the past, 20 years of guys. It would defeat the whole purpose of what I'm doing now.
I see what you're saying, because it just we've already wrestled for so long, like
right. Yeah, no. And plus, the reason I set this cutoff 2007 when we made a WWE is because, like, I want there to be some sort of end. And even, Mattel, they keep making these great figures. This is SummerSlam 2002 Shawn, like, it reminds me of, like, my childhood. I don't need figures of, like...
Michael Tarver? You don't want a Michael Tarver?
No, nothing. No offense to any name I name, but like I don't need a Ricardo Rodriguez. I just don't. I don't need Miz. I don't need Zig. Maybe one day I would do like a deep like. These are my friends in the business, but even that I've started and stopped many times.
Don't you have that, Brian? You still have some.
One we already talked about. I have the gym wall, which is like. My friends, mentors, and now students in the business who have figures, all inscribed to me with either like a deeply personal message or something funny or an inside joke. Like, it's probably one of my most cherished things in my whole collection. And then actually, I like last year, and I finally got rid of all my like current day guy shelf. Like, it's just over. I can see right here. I set it up. The sole survivors are the Good Brothers. Eric Young, Broski, Ferg, TJ, Swaggle, Dango, Heath, Nick, Bobby Roode, and John Cone.
So, close.
Sitting right there, like on display in a pretty prominent spot, actually.
Yeah, like I just don't think I'd ever I don't know. Never say never, but first of all, I will say never. I'm never going and getting like the Shield. Like I just can't, like, because what am I getting? Every guy
I don't
that
want
I've
to
ever
never
wrestled?
say never, but highly unlikely, yes.
Yeah, like 2007 is my cutoff.
We wrestled Cade and Murdoch. Do you need to get their
Well,
ruthless aggression figure.
Well, I still have ruthless aggression stuff.
But you're planning on getting rid of it.
I'm walking a fine
That's also
line.
another thing that needs to be addressed. But Matt and I have crossed into different realms of figuredom in our career. Like we started where there was ruthless aggression figures, and now there's Mattels.
So the reason I could keep in my mind like all the ruthless aggression is because like
it started before you were in the business.
It started before. So
right.
I just can't. I can't have. A John Moxley or a Dean Ambrose. I just can't do it. Like, what am I going to, everyone ever worked? Like, I understand if, like, you're an indie guy and maybe wrestled, like, 5 or 6 names. I get that shelf.
I know.
Cool.
I tapped on that.
But when you've wrestled hundreds, thousands of people, what are we doing here?
Right.
What do we do? And, like, we've been fortunate to have these long careers, and hopefully we have, way more time.
That's another thing. I don't even think I'm close to stop wrestling.
Right. So it's like, I see what you're saying. Oh, when you stop, will you go back and get everybody? But then it's like I wasted 20 years not getting these figures. I just can't.
And what would the rules be? Like, you really liked the Shield? Like, it'd be really. I couldn't see myself getting WWE figures either, and I didn't even work there during that time.
Yeah, I just can't do it.
But I will say I'm having a issue with the AEW figures right now because. My Detolf right here, I really only want one Detolf of AEW figures. And it is full to the brim.
No way, really?
Is
all 4 shells?
Yes.
I have no problem with you
one of
collecting.
each character, right?
Yes.
Damn, that's crazy.
Now, do you feel so strongly?
I have like 2 Dan Houses just because he's my pal.
Do you feel so strongly about it because you like are part of the company? Is that
yes.
like okay? I totally get that. That's
and I was
fine.
there for the beginning of the line,
That's
and
totally cool.
I do this podcast, and I love to talk about them, and that's why I have it.
Even me, like I had Series 1 of AEW because of what they represented.
Yeah.
And then I got like 2 and then 3. And then I was like, what the fuck am I doing?
We all did the same thing.
What am I doing?
Wildly exciting that a new mainstream
that's the thing. It was so exciting.
Right.
But then to that point I just made, if I don't have the fucking Shield, why do I have fucking Sammy Guevara? But no offense to Sammy Guevara, but like,
it just makes
I love
sense,
Sammy.
yeah.
It's just like, that's why I just go back to my 2007.
Same.
Right.
That's it.
And my separate
And then my
issue,
cutoff is like 04, like when I had a first match. I'm more ruthless.
I can't do that.
I have to.
I can't do
if
that.
I had your guys' rule, I could get up to 2018. 2015, I guess.
The problem is, like these Jazzwares, these Mattels, they're making badass figures. So it's hard sometimes for me not to get them,
Wait, didn't you keep the Usos, Brian? You kept the Usos Ultimate, didn't you?
All over. Like I said, I had to be stern. There was just too many. Like Broski's saying, it's we've interacted and crossed paths with too many of these people.
Well, that's my issue here, right? So I'm looking at this AEW shelf, and so at one point I collected every AEW figure except for the chases that I had on my list, right? I cut that, so then I went down to just like one of the best of most people, right? It's full. So then I literally said to myself the other day, I'm going to pull out a bunch of these. I'm going to have a Lucy whatnot. I'm going to pull out all the people I don't want or whatever the hell. I'm looking at them all and I'm like, but we worked that thing. And it's like,
my God. Yeah.
oh, but like we're pals.
I yelled at him on the walkie-talkie.
Yeah, it's like we're pals. I can't. It's like I can't cut him.
No, I get what you're saying.
Oh, I was there in the pandemic with him.
Literally, I think I've said this. When we were the Edgeheads, I had in my room a SmackDown ring on display. I don't know why. Like probably in my bedroom. We were on TV as the Edgeheads every week. I had a Raw ring, a SmackDown ring, an ECW ring, and I kept the Ruthless Aggression figures of who was represented on that show in there. And then when they got drafted and changed, I would switch them and stuff like a second. They were just like on display. Like I don't know why. I was just proud,
Yeah. Yeah, so I don't know who to cut, and then I just gave up on it, so I kept them all in there.
All right, next question.
Great question.
My question. Chris DG, Brian actually picked this too, but he told me he had to find another one. If you got rid of your collection, what would you do with the space?
I don't have a great answer for this.
Well, I mean, fuck. Like, honestly, building this new room, putting these custom cases in, there was a couple times it popped in my head, well, what if I just cut my losses and just stop now? and just like get rid of everything.
Well, first of all, I don't think it would be losses. If you did your due diligence, you'd be up.
Well, not what I mean is like just stop collecting.
But even regardless, what would you need that space for?
I wouldn't need it, but I could. I'm like, what am I doing? Like build like I will admit it popped in my head. Like the Stay Puft Marshmallow just popped in Ray Stan's head. It just popped in there. It's like what am I doing?
I mean, this room brings me so much happiness and joy,
of course,
and peace of mind. Like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do without it.
And that's what I need to do with this new toy room is make it more where I can enjoy looking at this stuff and not so stressed. Like, oh, is this gonna fit? Is this not gonna fit? That's why like a lot. I might be condensing on just a lot of things. I want it to be. I walk in and I see things. I'm like, wow, this is great.
Yeah.
Like even if I didn't. Like I just figure. Like, of course, there's gonna be a couple of cases like that, but if it's the whole room's like that, I don't know if that brings me joy. It more like stresses me out.
Bro, I said that. What your Hasbro collection, that Hasbro era shelf of yours, might be the coolest thing in the world. You have some of the greatest '80s, early '90s wrestling toys in the world, and when you look at that piece of your shelf, it just looks messy.
No, I actually disagree with you. Like I think that part actually looks good. But you talk about the Hasbro figures. Right now, I have all the Hasbro figures just like in a ring. You can't even. I want to like.
That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking about.
Your room hasn't been organized nice in like 4 years.
No, my Hasbro stuff was always set. My top end.
But then on top of it, you've got like the star, whatever those star things are,
right.
like messy and weird. That whole thing deserves to have a beautiful thing. So I 100% agree with you.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm going to do. It's stressing me out now just thinking about it too, to be honest.
Well, my toy room is a family room still right now.
Right.
Like we all watch TV down there. There's a couch and a recliner.
I let my family in here. We chill.
So I would probably just make it that. I would probably make it a game room, something like that. Does that count?
Oh, I can't, man. Just this thought of this bums me out.
I know.
And then like the shitty answer for me would be like, oh yeah, to get all the wrestling stuff out and make it like sports stuff. That's the same thing,
Yeah, it's the same thing. Yeah. But one thing I have thought about is my daughter's room in our house is very small. And I have thought about when she gets older, letting her have that room.
Oh, wow.
Because it has a bathroom and it could be like kind of her own thing when she gets older, and then I would just move my collection up into the upstairs.
That's cool. And you just have her room?
She would have like a bathroom and a closet and all that. Basically kind of like a little apartment.
You probably will end up doing that, let's be honest.
I probably will.
Damn.
All right, Brian's question.
Finish it off, Mark.
Patrick Garza, PM Garza 12. How do you handle it when a wrestler accidentally stiffs you during a match? I'm not talking about strong style. I'm talking dong style.
Well, Broski stiffs people every match, so he can answer
You talking
this
about if someone gets hard in a match? That's how I read it.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a boner joke at the end there.
I think he's just totally ribbing you. I think he's asking you a question about someone gets hard while you're wrestling them.
Oh God, you're right. It's never happened to me. So
never happened to me that I know of.
I will say, no, this never happened to me, but I'll keep some names out of it. It's a Deep South wrestling story.
I feel like you've said this and said his name.
No, I definitely have not said his name. But maybe I shouldn't even tell the story.
Yeah, okay, all right.
But I will say, hey, what I wrestled Nick Nemeth in Qatar. I did not stiff him one bit.
Did he?
But
he was proud of you.
If I could say one negative thing about my Qatar experience, it was that it was the hardest ring I've ever wrestled in my life.
Right.
Like even like going to tie up with Ziggler, I'm like, holy shit. Just even like there was no bounce. It was like I was like just walking on a concrete floor. I could tell right away we were screwed. Mm. And but like I hurt my hand giving the radio silence, like slapping the mat. Like that's how stiff this ring was. It felt like concrete.
We did that super fun TNA tour of the UK like last year, but the ring was, whew, oh my god, same thing. Like Frankie Kazarian does this like slingshot cutter where he pushes on the ropes and then you come. And it's like maybe one of my favorite things to take. Like it's so fun and gets a reaction. This big easy bump in this ring. I took it. And I was like, I was in shock. Like it hurt so bad. And it's a move that normally is just so fun and cool to take. But if we're gonna answer this question, what I thought about, I don't really have a great story about like getting stiffed and stiffing a guy back. You'd have to really, really, really be messing up to piss me off to that degree. You know what I mean? I'm kind of like a 3 strikes you're out type of sitch for me. To be honest with you.
I'm trying to find this video. There's a video where Mojo Rawley stiffs me.
We talked about this and we showed it.
We showed it?
Okay. Yeah. We showed this on the podcast.
That's the real answer right there, right?
He
chased the guy and slap him as hard as he can.
He snap-married me and like told me to stay and like hit the ropes a bunch of times. I'm like, what's he doing? And then he stops and he chops me in the back. First of all, I hate getting chopped. You don't chop someone in the fucking back. Yeah. I got up and I fucking slapped the shit out of him, and then I went back to selling.
Which rules? No, nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
That we tell that story and put footage in on our clips channel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just trying to see if I could find it, but I don't know because I told that story of when Sean Donovan slapped me in the back in the battle royal. And
that's right. That's right.
Yeah. Also, I mean, let's just say and put a button on this. When I stiff somebody, and I know it, like I immediately go, "Oh, sorry, brother."
Yes.
Like no one cares, right?
Right.
It's like if you're hitting them and you don't say shit, then it's like, okay, what's going on here? That's a totally different scenario, you know?
Right. And if someone stiffs me in the match and it's by accident, sure, it's fine.
Yeah, you don't even. It's part of the game.
Is this it?
We don't have to watch it, but the name of the video is Zack Ryder shoots on Mojo Rawley in WWE. And then this literally was a Q&A segment that we talked about.
Hey, shooting.
So you guys can check that. Check our clips channel. We got some great shit up there. Here's the clip.
You might as well play it.
When I'm working out and I'm watching YouTube, our clips channel comes up a lot. Man, what a dick. Bro, he went down to the ground. Also, is that the colognes in that match?
Oh, it might be. I don't know.
Holy shit.
Fuck.
Man, what a world. We just reacted to ourselves reacting to a video.
Man, I mean, that one's timeless.
It's timeless.
All right, let's wrap it up.
All right, let's go to some good housekeeping. All right, guys, youtube.com/@MajorWrestlePod. Brian went to Dallas Vintage Toys, one of, if not the greatest vintage toy stores in America.
35-minute vlog, folks.
Herman, a great job filming Brian.
The MVP of the vlog, professionally mic'd up, professional camera, VIP behind-the-scene access of how this epic toy store, vintage toy store runs on a daily basis. Pretty cool.
I filmed in the back and I got some cool stuff in the office, but then he told me not to film in the warehouse.
Yeah, he told me I was not allowed to film in the warehouse.
Yeah, exactly. But Brian got to do it.
Clearly, I'm much more charming than both of you.
There you go.
So it's a really cool vlog. You guys have to check it out. Plus, stay for the Joe Shoes selling you a mattress.
Brother, that alone is reason to watch that vlog.
Now, Brian, I think we've asked before, but like, okay, so there's not that much wrestling stuff in that graded room, but what was were you still impressed even though it wasn't something collected?
Yeah, I mean, because when you, at a vintage toy store, you see one, maybe two graded pieces to have an entire wing.
I know what Brian loves. Graded Toxic Avengers.
And
then that's another thing, like, it's all over the place what's graded there.
Can I ask you guys a question, your opinion on something? All right, hear me out. Like, I want to put mid-on-card figures in my toy room in like those nice acrylics.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Not everything has to be graded.
Sure.
No. But
he was talking about the Dallas Vintage Toy Guy on one of our videos was talking about how things look so good in acrylic it takes so long to get it graded, so a lot of people are just buying the acrylic
Right.
and putting
And
them
they
in
have
themselves.
the bars that flatten the cards and stuff.
Yeah.
In your acrylic, so like.
I mean, I have stuff in acrylics right now, but
Right.
do you think it'd be crazy if I took my entire Hasbro collection and instead of just putting them in acrylics, got them graded?
It'd be pretty epic. It'd be the only one in the world, right?
My only fear is that some won't get graded like super duper high and it'll like drive me fucking crazy.
Which I can tell you firsthand will be very difficult. Or at least a man with no patience like yourself will have a hard time sitting on that.
Right.
You either have to just understand that you're going into this.
Are yours?
A, accepting the fact that some of them are going to get bad, or B, accepting the fact that you are now on the hunt for high graded.
Are you
Berserkers.
are all yours like uniform, like American carding?
All American carding.
No, like SummerSlam stickers.
I have all the SummerSlam separate.
Price tags.
Some have price tags. My rule was if it's like a store that I grew up on, I'll keep the tag on it.
It's kind of.
But if it's like a weird like Mark's toy store, I'm like, I got that shit. I got.
I was a little weird that the graded stuff with the price tag that's on there, so it's just part of it. It doesn't.
Yeah, oh, that's good to know.
Doesn't matter, I guess.
Where do you have these?
Right now, they're just all in like kind of like ringside style retro defenders in a closet. But currently, with my new toy room setup, there wouldn't be room for them to display anyway.
Damn. And so that's. I was also thinking. You said no storage unit. What are you going to do with like your bendies? You have like 5 of each
keeping
bendy.
that storage unit. You're crazy. Or maybe get downsized to like a
downside, bro. Like the
size.
storage unit that I have right now, someone can live in.
That's crazy.
Like I'm not even joking. So I'll have like a little thing for all like the major product because I'm gonna keep.
That's the problem too. You're gonna keep accumulating major product.
So, but yeah, I'm thinking about the. Anyway, guys, also another YouTube video. I go, this is for real. A Toys R Us in Qatar.
Jealous.
I'll be honest, not the best selection, but the toy store was actually like great. It was a great, fun toy store. It's just like I didn't need stuff that's a couple of months old. But the actual toy store is really cool. I think it's interesting to see what a Toys R Us could still look like if it was in the United States. So check that out.
Yeah, I loved the vlog. You did a great job.
It was short and sweet, but
short and sweet. Yeah, pretty interesting. But I also kind of was like, I thought to myself, man, I wish Broski like shot like some stuff around the town so you can get the feel of the town. Then I realized it would have just been the 6-egg omelet and the LA Fitness or whatever he went to.
Belts and omelets. Name of the app.
ProWrestlingTees.com/MajorWPod. Guys, we have 4 pages on there.
I feel like our shirt sales are going to be up this week.
I hope so. And we went through the first 2. So next month we will go through the other 2. CollectMajor.com. Get your big rubber guys. Get your major bendies. Whatnot every Monday. Brian and I are on Whatnot selling figures, ring-worn stuff, signed stuff. No one's doing what we're doing on Whatnot. I will say that.
Yeah, they're not. Yeah.
Like no one's doing what we're doing.
Regular, like purchaser.
No, not a chance. Major Rewind every 2 weeks. Jay George takes us on a trip down memory lane, and every other 2 weeks or every other week. Major Rewind. What's on Major Rewind? I'm sorry. What's on the From the Vault?
We need a suggestion.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe I'll do an older film club.
Sure.
Okay, that works. And plugs this week, guys. I mean, I'll be at Toy Fair on Saturday, and that's it for me. You can't see me there, so.
Well, this Thursday night, TNA TV, the System taking on the legendary Hardy Boys and the NXT champion Obafemi from Full Sail University in Orlando, Florida. Don't miss that one. Then I'll be headed back to Lariato.
Oh my God.
Championship Wrestling. I'm basically a Hall of Famer there.
Bunkhouse Brawl match.
Bunkhouse Brawl.
JBL's gonna be there.
Leslie Leatherman, my good friend JBL, will be in the house March 1st, Dublin, Georgia. The Commissioner Laser will be there laying down the law too, per usual. But
Also,
very
your good
much looking
friend
forward. I
Danny
haven't been to
Lemons.
Lariato in quite some time. I'm pumped
Daniel
to be back.
Starling.
What's that?
I was just looking at the names.
Oh, you're okay. But yeah, Leslie Leatherman is a guy that came up with Luke Gallows. They've been friends a long time, as am I. I think he's winding down his career, and he's requested this matchup. So I'm very much looking forward to it. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Bunkhouse Brawl.
Pretty
All right.
cool. And then, I will be joining Broski and Kinnick in the Toy Fair big boy world, if you will. Wearing a suit, wheeling and dealing, lubing the deals.
Lubing the deals.
There you go.
Oiling up under the suit.
No.
Pumping up under the suit.
Like I said, Razor Ramon and Bret Hart didn't have steak and Just Toys. That's why they were allowed to wear their gear. It's different.
All right.
Well, AEW's in Oakland this weekend. I'm flying out on Friday. Saturday's my birthday, so I'll be at Collision.
Oh, wow, Mark.
for my
Happy birthday.
yeah. And then I fly home Sunday all day.
Big 4-9, Mark. Very good one.
Frickin' day.
Wow. 47, huh? Is that it? 47?
47.
42.
Plus
That's it?
a couple.
Yeah, I was going to say plus a couple.
42 years old. Years young.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Happy birthday, Mark.
Hey, thanks. One at a time.
1, 2, 3. I'll be back, Jack.
Join the community at MajorMarks.com and get access to exclusive content, behind-the-scenes footage, and become a member of the Major family.
You get bonus episodes on our careers, wrestling figure history, and exclusive interviews with our friends and legends in the business each month.
You also get early access to YouTube videos and, of course, the weekly podcast ad-free and breaking news updates.
Brand new shows featuring
Oh, baby.
and you. Each month, you can interview someone in the wrestling business with the Captain's Log.
Also, buy, sell, and trade in our exclusive Facebook community where people have become friends in real life.
Certain memberships include merch like monthly trading cards and quarterly mystery gifts.
Become a Major Mark and join MajorMarks.com today.